Hello, two heads up here. Welcome to another one of my bank videos. So, a lot has happened since my last bank video, so I figured that I'd make another one, and I've made a lot of progress in terms of getting prepared for God Wars. So let's dive right into it. So probably the first thing you'll notice is, if you saw the last bank video, is my cash stack has gone down to 23.969 mil. So I spent 10.3 mil on Guthans buying the pieces individually, so I saved quite a good amount, at least when I bought the Guthans at the time. I don't know how much it is now, but I think I'm going to hang on to it. I've got enough cash to hang on to my Guthans. You'll notice that I've got these scrolls here, so if you played RuneScape today, or whatever it is, September the 26th, Nightmare Zone has been given new updates, new stuff you can buy. So I bought 100 of these scrolls of redirection, which are really useful. They're useful for doing clue scrolls, and more importantly for me, at least, decanting potions, like going to Narda to decant your potions. I can just redirect my house to Polynavich, and I'm almost there, just about. I've got my usual placeholders. I still haven't gotten a placeholder DDS. I've just been so occupied with other things. It may only look like I farmed a little bit of seeds, but I've actually gotten a lot of toadflax seeds from Slayer. I have been farming multiple times a day the toadflax. Here are my secondaries. I've got a little bit of nests, but I've got my toadflax stack is catching up, and I've got herbs that are waiting to be picked, which is great. I got my Greensman's Ale to make some brews. If you notice here, I've got a few brews, and I've only 80 herb lore. I've been using these Greenman's Ale to get my herb lore level up so I can make brews. It increases your herb lore level by 1 for, temporarily. So it's really great if you want to stop at 80 and then get 81 with brews, or just stay at 80 and just drink Greenman's Ale. I think I'll be getting 81 with either prayer potions or brews or super defenses. If I can find white berries, then I'll do super defenses to 81. But we'll see about that. Plenty of vials, plenty of pretty much everything. I've got some coal to sell. Coal's real expensive, so that'll put me over 24 mil. Few maple logs and other things. Got all my arrows. I've used a lot of diamond bolts at Dagneth Kings, and I've still got enough for 1 or 2 more trips. But there's a little secret about Dagneth Kings that I'll let you guys in on in a bit. Still got my chins. I gotta use those. I may actually do that today or tomorrow. Get 98 range with these. Rune knives, some other things. I've got a lot of sets of rune. I may try and sell some. My PKing stuff, my seeds, my farming, loot, other things, rune crafting, miscellaneous stuff. I got all my books here, and if I haven't said before, I've got all the books completed. And if you got the extra money for it, I definitely recommend getting all the books completed. It's just nice to have, and you pretty much use all of them except for the Guthix book. I mean, but you get a Guthix book if you can't afford a Zammy book, so they're all useful. Some other PKing stuff, my cannon, miscellaneous stuff I have to sell here, and some of my God War stuff that I got saved up. There's Zamrock and Ceridum pieces, Dragonhide. Alright, so let's look at the big part of the bank. I've got all my barrel stuff here, and I've got a few new things. So you'll notice I got a crystal bow here, and if you notice something special about it, there's an eye at the end of it, which means it's imbued, and if you have read anything about the updates that have been coming to old school, that means, yes, the bow will degrade to 0 out of 10 eventually. I get 1,000 shots with this bow. But as it degrades, its stats don't drain. It doesn't lose its power. So that is awesome. Same with the shield. I've got a full crystal shield with like 950 charges left in it, and it's imbued. And I definitely recommend you getting a crystal shield, especially if you can't afford a Dragonfire shield, because it is the second best shield in the game, and when it's imbued, its stats don't drain. And also, one thing I forgot about the crystal shield is the crystal shield only drains if you take damage while wearing it. So if you zeros don't drain the shield, only if you take damage. And it doesn't matter how much damage it is, whether it's 1 or it's 50 damage, it only takes 1 tick off the shield. So this shield has 1,000 ticks or charges, and each one of those charges are depleted every time you take damage. So definitely a great shield. I've got the Dragon Square shield for Bridding, and so far I've got the Dragon Square shield for Armadil, because the melee stats between these two shields are roughly equivalent, melee defense stats, but the Dragon Square shield gives a -2 range attack penalty, and the Crystal Shield gives a -10 range attack penalty. So for Armadil, this is a way to go, especially since you're playing range. There's no point in stacking the range defense of the Crystal Shield. I got my Dragon 2H. I've got some of my Wands and Anchor and Fury. I've got more staffs here, Mud Staff. I got the Seer Coal I got from Supreme 2 days ago. I actually got 2 of them in one trip. I made 2.1 mil in drops in that trip. Other things, I got this regen bracelet for training agility. So they're really cheap right now. I paid 2.3 mil for this baby, and a Fury's like 3 mil, and I paid 2.3 mil for this. So if you want to train agility, I definitely recommend getting this if you're doing wilderness training, or pretty much any kind of training where you take damage while training agility, because this doubles the regeneration of your health, if you didn't know. It doesn't have any stats to it. It's not like a combat bracelet. It's not the same thing as combat bracelet. It just gives you double health regeneration. And if you use rapid heal, that means you get 4 times the health regeneration of normal. So I don't know what that comes out to in seconds, and maybe like every 10 or 15 seconds you gain a health point back, which is really fast and really good. I've got these rings, and if you notice anything special about these rings, they are all imbued. So to imbue these rings at Nightmare Zone, it costs 650k points each, and I got them all done in one day. I've also got this black mask imbued, and this was 1.25 mil points to do so. So I guess I can take out the rings to show you the stats in a second. And I got the crystal weapons, I forgot to mention earlier. They cost 20k points to imbue, which is nothing. It'll take you like 2 minutes to get 20k points. So it's great. Other things, I've got my Guthans, of course, like I said earlier. I've got all my Barrows sets. I got everything except Torax again. So it's nice to have the Guthans again, because I do use it, and I did miss it. I just sold it to get the Dragonfire Shield a long time ago. And I didn't want to buy it back because I couldn't find it at the right price. And I think that's it for my bank. Yep. Just double checking everything. Yep. Okay. So the stats of the rings. You get +8 magic attack and defense with the Seer's ring. +8 range attack and defense for the Archer's ring. And +8 crush defense and +8 strength bonus for the Berserker ring. Now, I don't have the Warrior ring, and someone actually asked me a good question earlier in the clan, saying, what is a Warrior ring actually good for if you already have a Berserker ring? Or if you're looking to buy a combat ring and you're considering a Warrior ring, but you don't know if it's worth it. Well, a Warrior ring is very cheap still. It's still only around 500k. What makes it expensive is to imbue it. It's like more than double the price, like gold-wise, to imbue a Warrior ring than it's actually worth. It's like 650k points to imbue a Warrior ring, and it's only worth 500k gold. And as you know, Nightmare Zone points are worth more than gold. So you're actually paying more to imbue it than the ring is worth, which is the downside. So what would you use a warrior ring for? Well, a warrior ring imbued gives 8 slash attack and 8 slash defense. So yeah, you get the 8 slash attack, so whenever you're using a slash weapon, it'll be more accurate. But you also get the 8 slash defense, and this really comes in handy when you're doing something multi-combat, like Castle Wars, for example, where you got a lot of people attacking you with melee. And when people attack you with melee, they're either going to use a whip or a scimitar. That's pretty much it. So that's a slash weapon. Those are both slash weapons. So plus 8 slash defense will go a lot farther when you got 4 people attacking you than a plus 8 strength bonus in terms of keeping you alive in Castle Wars. That's just one example, but I'm still not going to get a warrior ring. I just have no use for it. I use a Sears ring in Castle Wars anyways. So Imbued Black Mask, what does that do? So if you didn't read the poll or haven't been keeping up with the updates or whatever, it gives 15% range, attack, accuracy, and damage, and 15% mage attack accuracy, along with 15% melee attack, damage, and accuracy while doing a Slayer task. So when does this come in handy? Well, let's say you get, for example, a Kalphite Queen task, and you're breeding the Kalphite Queen with melee and range. So when you switch to range, you get 15% extra range attack, damage, and accuracy, which is phenomenal, especially a Kalphite Queen. I'm actually going to upload a video later of me soloing the Kalphite Queen with this mask. I do have a Kalphite task, so I'll see how that goes. Also, can you imagine you get a Dagonoth task? You can use this mask will be helpful for all 3 kings if you have a Dagonoth task. So you can down prime so fast with a black mask, ranging, and of course Supreme. You'll be able to kill with black mask. Really great update. I'm glad I knocked all these out today. I knew I could do it. Didn't really take that long. So I get 560k, 596k points an endurance run. Each endurance run today took me about 50 minutes. I did 7 endurance runs today. So 7 times 50 minutes each is let's say 7 hours minus an hour and 10 minutes. So it took me 5 hours and 50 minutes to get all these rings. It actually took me 5 hours and 50 minutes to get all these rings, the mask, the imbued crystal weapons, 100 scrolls of redirection, and to buy 1,700 snape grass, which I sold for 420k. So that 5 hours and 50 minutes did a lot of work for me at Nightmare Zone, and I may camp at some more when I need more money. Definitely a good time to do Nightmare Zone, guys. So, in terms of stats, how have I done so far? I got a few combat-like stats leveled, like attack, 80 attack, 80 herbal, like I said earlier. 1 agility level. I briefly trained agility. I will be posting a new agility guide as well, which is really helpful and really fast training at the wilderness course. I've got, I think that's it. I haven't gotten any other levels, I don't believe. So thanks again for watching. If this was interesting or exciting, God forbid, please leave a like. Helps out my channel, videos in the search bar, etc. And I'll keep pumping out the videos, guys. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.